As the NFL season kicks off, many teams are looking ahead to the future and what they need to do to improve their chances of winning a Super Bowl. One of the most important positions on the field is quarterback, and many teams will be looking for a replacement in 2023. In this video, we'll look at the top 10 teams most likely to be in the market for a QB. First up, Panthers. Not much of a surprise here. They have been swinging and missing at the most critical location since Cam Newton began his slide and early departure. David Tepper's brief ownership of the organization has been defined by the club's increasingly desperate gambles, including Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Darnold, Cam Newton 2.0, and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is the most recent example of this trend. They will be motivated to finally handpick their new face of the franchise now that Matt Rule has been fired and a new coaching staff is unavoidably on the way, in addition to the possibility of having the first overall selection in the 2023 draft. Next up is Commanders. Ron Rivera recently and contentiously pointed the finger at Washington's quarterback as the reason the team isn't performing at the same level as the rest of the NFC East teams, but the real disagreement lies in the number of times this has been the case during the past half-decade. After watching snippets of quarterbacks like Alex Smith, Case Keenum, Josh Johnson, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, to mention a few, Kirk Cousins' stats make him look like an all-pro candidate in their record books. The most recent wager on Carson Wentz did not pay off for various reasons, one of which was an inability to protect the much-maligned quarterback. Furthermore, backup Taylor Heineke, despite his tenacity, is not a viable long-term solution. They can save $26 million by releasing Wentz in 2023, regardless of whether or not they have Rivera, and then try to build from within by using the draft. And now, Texans. This team will have completed 2 full seasons without having Deshaun Watson as their starting quarterback by the time 2022 comes to a close. This may convince General Manager Nick Caserio that it's time to add more competition for the 2021 third-round pick Davis Mills. After 2 years in a row of employing veteran coaches and giving free agent rejects the highest priority, their long-term strategy is still a complete and utter mystery. However, they will again have 2 picks in the first round available in 2023, so they have no excuse not to chase another quarterback. Next is Saints. This offseason, they tried to sign Deshaun Watson, which tells you everything you need to know. They're still not settled. Instead, they re-signed Jameis Winston and added Andy Dalton as the new backup. Dalton and Winston are readily replaceable after the year because they can neither be trusted in the short term nor the long term. If they were to cut Winston after June 1st, they would save roughly $13 million. They'll have to overcome the regrettable obstacle of not having a first-round pick in 2023. Next, we have Giants. No offense intended to Daniel Jones, who has served as the poised leader of Brian Daboll's unexpected fiery competitor while controlling the ball and showing off his legs. There is still time for the former first-round pick to demonstrate that he has improved his passing abilities. However, this team decided to let him become a free agent after the season, and it isn't easy to look at Daboll, Saquon Barkley, and their tenacious defense as the major contributors to their success. In 2023, they'll have a lot of money to spend, so they'll be ready to consider their options. Next is Falcons. Frankly, it wouldn't be entirely surprising if Arthur Smith truly saw Marcus Mariota as a long-term starter for his run-heavy system. However, if Mariota's inconsistent throwing statistics don't eventually persuade the coach otherwise, history suggests durability worries would. Mariota is readily expendable in either case because he is owed $14.5 million in 2023 and can be released to save almost all of that sum, and they have plenty of money to spend after rebuilding the team for a second consecutive year. Next, we have Buccaneers. Tom Brady will be a free agent following his 40-day retirement this offseason. As a result, if he so chooses, he will have 2 options for leaving Tampa Bay: retirement or another move. Given the controversy surrounding his flirtation with the Dolphins and the potential for other historic landing spots, it's not difficult to imagine forcing the Bucs to change their strategy at the position after 3 years of collaboration. Next, Bears. The current front administration does not seem to be very invested in Justin Fields, or else they might have surrounded the 2021 first-round pick with an O-line and receiver group that was good enough to start. Fields hasn't given the team management many reasons to invest in him, especially with the weak supporting cast. The Bears are expected to significantly outpace the NFL in terms of salary cap space and are on pace for a top 10 pick in 2023. Ryan Poles, the general manager, has the tools to get his guy. Next, Lions. Jared Goff has been a quiet leader for the Lions who never quit, but in 2023, the third year of the Dan Campbell era, Goff will be due $31 million, which ranks him 11th among all quarterbacks. Detroit virtually cannot afford to overlook the idea of adding competition under center, given that another top 5 pick may be on the way. Unless they're that confident they can make the defensive adjustments to take a Goff-led club to their first playoff spot in over a half-decade, trading Goff or assigning him a post-June 1st release could be the best option to peel off the Band-Aid. Finally, Seahawks. We still have a long way to go before declaring Geno Smith the undisputed long-term heir to Russell Wilson, even though he has been one of 2023 2022's greatest underdog tales. They might end up paying him to stay on while simultaneously putting premium resources into his successor, similar to the multiple dart plan that got them Wilson in the same year they spent a lot of money on Matt Flynn. This is feasible, if not likely. Either way, they are in a better position than others to add a new face to the organization through trade or the draft because they have 2 first-round draft picks in 2023 and plenty of cap space available. Next, in other related news, Rams waive veteran Darrell Henderson amid 4th season in Los Angeles. The time Darrell Henderson spent in Los Angeles is over. The veteran running back has been released, the Rams confirmed on Tuesday. Henderson, who is in the final year of his rookie contract, would become an unrestricted free agent if he cleared waivers. Henderson, 25, has lost his place in LA's backfield, which has led to his departure. Henderson played just 6% of the offensive snaps in the Rams' Week 11 loss to the Saints, but he received 2 touches for a total of 9 yards. Instead, Cam Akers and rookie Kyren Williams received the majority of the snaps out of the backfield. Williams received 8 touches for 44 yards, while Akers led the team with 14 rushes for 61 yards. Henderson has played for the Rams during his whole career. He was selected by the team in Memphis's 3rd-round pick at number 70 overall in the 2019 NFL Draft. During that span, he appeared in 50 regular season games for the team, starting 28 of them. He rushed for 2,216 yards and 17 touchdowns. Last year, he was a member of the Los Angeles team that won Super Bowl 56. He replaced Akers, who had an Achilles tear before the season, and started 10 of his 12 games that year. During that time, he averaged 4.6 yards per carry while rushing for a career-high 688 yards. He accumulated 50 yards from scrimmage in the Super Bowl's 23-20 victory over Cincinnati. Finally, Cowboys-Giants meet as push for Odell Beckham Jr. intensifies. The Beckham Bowl might be Thursday's matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants. They are one of the teams interested in signing Odell Beckham Jr., a free agent wide receiver, for the final stretch of his recovery from a torn anterior cruciate ligament sustained in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys have been aggressive in their pursuit of recruits, and Dak Prescott claimed to have communicated with Beckham. Prescott said, "He knows how much I want him here, and I've seen a lot of these guys in this locker room reach out on their own in different ways to make sure that he understands that this is a club that he can help, and we want him to assist us." What information has Beckham given Prescott on his desire to sign with the Cowboys? "Genuinely and mutually," stated Prescott. Beckham won't choose a new team until after Thanksgiving, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Buffalo Bills, San Francisco 49ers, and Kansas City Chiefs are also rumored. Jerry Jones said Beckham would visit the star after Dallas's win over the Vikings, but he didn't have a date. Any team that wants to sign Beckham must consider the cost. Prescott said, "For now, it's recruiting. I'm not sure what he wants in terms of numbers, the long term, etc., but we want him here and hope everything works out." Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting us know what you think. We love hearing from you.
Wilson, Hinton has it, and a first down at the 20.
Things happen, man.